Hi, I'm Lucy. I run Oxford Sling Library, and I've been sent a Najell wrap. Najell, one of those things. And I'm going to try it for the first time and see what it's like. It's a pre-tied wrap. You can see there's a clothing chart size on the box. So my first reaction is skepticism because I always think a pre-tied wrap, because you change shape, right, postnatally, and your baby certainly, hopefully, is growing. So the idea of having a thing that isn't adjustable feels really strange to me. So we'll see. So my skepticism was about not enough tightness, because usually that's the problem with a pre-tied wrap, right? Your baby grows and then it gets too tight, or when you first put them in, there's no way to tighten it up. I am a little bit more optimistic about that than I was, mainly because of those ties that come around from the back, which means that I can at least get a decent base here. Without those ties, that bottom edge was floppy, and those passes didn't have lots of knee support in. So what would happen with a real baby is I'd get straight legs, which is not causing damage per se, but this we know is actively helpful for hips. So femurs pointing into that hip socket, really helpful for hip development. This, just a missed opportunity for help. It's not doing damage. So this is helpful. The other reason is if they're in this pelvic tuck, then it's really hard to throw your head back, which means that there's less, it's genuinely more hands-free because you can trust that top line a bit better. They're not going to suddenly experiment. And it's nicer for you and your back, because their center of gravity is falling forward into your chest rather than experimenting with flopping back. So every time, if a baby flops back, your back compensates, right? You start leaning back and then your upper back is going to kill. So a bit lower, or somewhere in your back is going to hurt. So yeah, so I was thinking, I can't really get a good knee-to-knee position up here because of that. But actually, because of those straps, is quite a lot of bulky fabric behind knees, because I've already got 2 layers there, and then I've got this 3rd layer, and then I've got this extra strap. So it is a touch on the bulky side. So if I had a brand newborn who had very little legs, I might be starting to think maybe don't gather that fabric, leave the feet out so there's no pressure on ankles. And I might just do it a bit more like that. Yeah, that's less gathered on them. But yeah, it's smooth on the back. If I lean forward, there's a tiny bit of movement away from me. This is what I mean about never being bang on tight. As they grew a little bit more, that would not be a problem. And there would definitely come a point when this was too tight, because there's no way I can make those crosses and this horizontal band tighter or looser. But actually, I'm feeling a bit more positive about it than I thought, because it is quite a nice stretchy fabric. It has got a little bit of play. So realistically, if their back is at this level for now, I've got this play in there. It would grow a little bit. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm pleasantly surprised. I really thought this would be a slumpy baby situation. And actually, it's for a tie-on garment, which is sized for a body, it's not bad at all. It definitely is a safe carry. I can be hands-free. My baby can breathe, thanks to these in particular. That's a nice touch. Hands-free, baby can breathe. I can get knees above bottom, so they're in a deep seat. The fabric supports all the way to the back of those knees. I've got a supported back to the nape of the neck, which, if they haven't got head control, is what you're looking for. Feels good, and it feels comfortable on. I mean, it's a fair amount of fabric, so it feels like a thick t-shirt. And realistically, I might even choose, if I was at home on a hot day, I might choose not to wear anything underneath it other than underwear, right? Or maybe not at all. But yeah, definitely a viable option. So there you go, Najell. Pleasantly surprised by your pre-tied wrap because of these small adjustability features. I think you can get a better carry than you can in other pre-tied wraps. So yeah, I'm going to call this a pretty decent carry. And I'm going to add it to the sling library. Okay, take care. Bye.